Hello everyone, welcome back to English Grammar Part 67. In this part, we are going to focus on the concept clauses. Yes, before moving to the next type of the conjunction, that is subordinating conjunction, we need to have concept clarity of this clauses first. Okay, if we understand this clauses concept clearly, then it's damn easy to understand subordinating conjunction. Okay, so let us have a look over clauses in this video clip. So what is clause? A clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. Okay? Clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. Then what is sentence? Sentence may have more than one clause. Okay? Sentence may have more than one clause, whereas clause is a part of a sentence. Understood? Clause is a part of a sentence. So let us have a look over the meaning first, and then we just shall have examples also and types also. Okay. So meaning, a clause is a group of words that contain a subject and a verb. Okay. So as I said, what is the difference between them? This sentence and clause. This may have more than one clause, whereas this is just a part of sentence which contain a subject and a verb in it. Okay, so this is what the difference between sentence and a clause. Clause is just a part of a sentence which include a subject and a verb in it. Okay, it has a subject and a verb. Let us deal with the types now. So there are two types of clauses. How many types? Yes, exactly. Two types of clauses. One is, let me just write out, clauses are of two types. One is independent clause. The other is dependent clause. So independent clause is also called as main clause, and this dependent clause is also called as subordinating clause. Okay, so this dependent clause is also known as main clause. Okay, sometimes it can be called as main clause also. Both are one and the same, independent clause and main clause. Whereas here dependent clause, or it can be called as subordinating clause. So both are one and the same, dependent clause and subordinating clause. So let us understand the meaning of independent clause and dependent clause. Independent clause, as name itself is saying, right? Independent. They won't depend on others. It can give complete sense on its own. They alone can stand and can make a sense of a complete sentence. Okay. Whereas dependent clause, name itself is indicating it depends on other, right? So these dependent clause depend on other clause to make a complete sense of sentence. Okay. You can just say that this is one part of a sentence. Okay. Supporting part of a sentence, we can say. So dependent clause is a supporting part of a sentence. This cannot make complete sense of sentence on its own, whereas this can make complete sense of sentence. Okay, let us have some examples for more clarification. Let us find out now these underlined clauses, whether they are independent clause or dependent clause. Okay, let's try to find out in these sentences. So cricket is an interesting game, though it requires a lot of energy. Yes, you just Find out here now this underlined clause whether it is independent or dependent clause. So independent clause. Why? Because it doesn't depend on this clause to give complete sense, right? So cricket is an interesting game. That's it, right? It is giving complete sense of one sentence. So we can just say that it is independent clause, right? Now next one, let us see. If she plays with more consistency, she would be able to score more goals. You see now this clause, whether it depends on other clause to give complete sense or it's complete on its own. If she plays with more consistency, क्या होगा? So it is depend completely on other clause to give complete sense, right? So this is dependent clause. Whereas this one, if I just underline this line, you see, she would be able to score more goals. This giving complete sense. So this can be independent clause, but underlying sentence is this one, which is dependent clause. So here, we will stay here until others return from their workout. See the underlined clause now. Until others return from their workout. So here, it's also not giving complete sense, right? So it depends on this one. We will stay here. We will stay here until others return from their workout. So this underlying clause completely depend on other clause to give complete sense. So it is dependent clause. So before his father would speak to the teacher, he had already spoken to her. Carefully observe now underlined clause. So he had already spoken to her. It is giving complete sense. It doesn't depend on other clause to give the complete sense, right? So it is independent clause, right? Before his father would speak to the teacher, he had already spoken to her. So underlined clause is independent clause. Among the many unfamiliar faces, there was one familiar face. Observe carefully the underlined clause now here. There was one familiar face, right? So here, this is also independent clause. It won't depend on other clause to give complete sense. Among the many unfamiliar faces, there was one familiar face. Yes? So this is how we need to understand how in the sentences independent clause and dependent clause will be working over, right? So this is how independent clause and dependent clause work in sentence. Okay, I hope the concept of independent clause and dependent clause is clear. So independent clause, it is also called as main clause, and dependent clause, this is also called as subordinating clause. Hope the concept is clear. In the next video clipping, we are stepping on to the next type of conjunction, that is subordinating conjunction. So till then, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy and take care.